24, 25. So I say 25 people voted.
That's good.
Great. Okay, let me go back to a little bit of screen sharing here. Hold on a second. Just last, oops, we saw that one already. Hold on a second. We just had the minutes from last year. Thank you, Christy. So remember last year we were dealing with the structural things. We had a lot of figures there. Oh, we had the flood. And we did all that phase 1 work. And we talked a little bit about all the lawyer's house is out of the picture now. In fact, the lawyers are selling their compound, so we'll be having some new neighbors soon. As far as owners, I talked to Ken Karifa about making sure we keep our right of way, or what do we have to think on that in terms of new owners. And let's look at this now. Let's see. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, I don't know what I'm doing here. I'm gonna stop sharing for a second, and I'm gonna share again. Okay, so this was last August. This was one of the first shows we had. This was Murray Dianola. We're in the gallery report now. Izzy Ray was a wonderful time. Ned Lomerson had his show right immediately after, him and Ray Robinson. Good exhibit. David Nurath had a short exhibit of drawings. Hold on, let me see if somebody's trying to get in. Here you go. Leslie's coming in, everybody.
Okay.
All right, Leslie.
It's in. It's in your email, honey. Okay. Then we had the first printmaking invitational. Bruce Blackman put that together, and we had a lot of workshops along with that. So that was a tremendous show.
Yeah, that was very successful.
Yep. Right after that, we had Larry and Faith Belansky along with Elizabeth Larson. Elizabeth Larson. And this is Larry's show. And this is Liz with, Liz also had her daughter showing as well. Fun show.
Sarah, her daughter, Sarah.
Sarah, correct, that's right. Right after that, we had Pierre Sylvain with his mosaics alongside Cynthia Cooper. That was a January show. And then we were working with the figure. This is one by Christine Greenwood, Chase Greenwood, wire piece. And this is Sarah Warda's. And we had the working from the figure. This was Alan Pastrano, a beautiful David Bowie, and Chris Pentor's drawing. That was a great show. And I think Pierre also put this this particular piece in as well. Okay, let's go on to the building and grounds, the stables. This is before.
Anything, Connor?
Yeah.
And this is during the work where they pulled up the entire floor of the stable. And they did some reinforcing down there. They found some rot. And they put down I believe,
They're gonna tear it down.
6 inches of insulation below that. So the floor is, it's very important that the floor is, somebody's trying to get in. Hold on a second.
A warm and dry floor.
Oh, here comes Sonia. Sonia, here you are. Okay, pardon me, what was that, John?
It's important to have a warm and dry floor.
Correct. And so that's what it looks like today. We had the floor painted the Battleship Gray. Pretty much we've maintained everything as is. And that's going to be the idea going forward. If you could see in the background there, they did a lot of patching up. They had some Homosote there that was pretty bad. So that was all patched up. And we've got thermal pane windows in there. So that's a good thing. And here comes James Brunels coming in. And we had a visit from the state, from the State Office of Historic Preservation, Todd Levine, and he said what we have at the Art League is unique in those stables. And he says going forward, if we want any aid from the state, we pretty much have to leave it the way it is. And we did actually get his permission to put an opening into the low gallery so we could have a circuit once we open back up. Everything, and those thermal pane windows do wonders. If you look at this here, you can see up in here, those are some track lightings that are going to go in. And we decided to go with just hanging works of art versus panels of white panels of foam Homosote. It would really give the feeling of keep the feeling of the stable. So these are two of John Mel's drawings that are up there. So moving forward. Oh, I'm sorry. Then we had the juried photo show, which was the last show we had. Sorry, I don't have more pictures for that. At this moment, I'd like to bring up that we did lose Rod Brown, a big supporter member, board member. He passed away, as well as Jim Smola, the active participant in many of our activities, and Rosemary Baylock.
That house was built that house was built out long.
Rosemary was a big supporter of
old masonry
League.
house.
Yes.
So it was.
Thank you.
Whole family.
Thank you. So Sonia will be right back, everybody. Let's see. Some of you said you might want to share. This is a good opportunity.
Oh.
We're only 40 minutes on this, so hi, Bob, Leo. Okay, we only have like 40 minutes. Hi, Edith.
Hello.
Margaret, Bruce, Nancy.
Hi.
Nancy.
Hi.
Hi to Hudkins. Hudkins are here. Great. Leslie's here.
Homer's here too.
And Homer's here. Great. Okay. So,
What?
let's see. So do you want to put on do you want your video on, Joan? Oh, okay, great. So right now, what's going on is we have a tent. Can I thank you, Joan, for the tent? I want to thank Joan Morgan for the tent that's on the Art League lawn right now.
Thank you, Joan.
Oh, wow.
Thanks, Joan. They said thank you. So yeah. So it's been really helpful for the painting classes. The Saturday morning drawing class takes place out there, so people can feel comfortable. We are doing drawing sessions Thursdays and Tuesdays as well. We've had to knock the attendance down to, I think, 7 attendees. And so we haven't always gotten up to that, but we do feel it's important to just keep going with the programming. Oh, by the way, I should mention that the shows that were canceled due to the coronavirus were the CWA show, the Connecticut Women Artists Show was canceled. We also had to cancel Margaret Wilson's plein air group and Patricia Corbett's show that was supposedly scheduled for in June. We'd also had a CCSU student who was going to do some wonderful sculptures in these stables, but he's waiting for once we finally open up.
Oh, you have that.
We're gonna go back to sharing because I want to show you something there. Let's see. Bear with me. Is anybody?
Monday. Found it.
We are partnering with the Preservation Connecticut. Preservation Connecticut, they are people who actually gave us money to put on our thermal windows, but they're having a show of a barns. Whoops. Let me go back to it. They're having a barn show, a barn photo show. So we've opened, well, let's see if we could see where they're. So right now it's virtual, it's online, and we will hopefully be able to have those up come early October. October is when we will be having that work up on the. That work will be in our gallery, hopefully, and we'll have to figure out some kind of. But I opened this up. I sent this link out to members, so they are able to submit their photographs as well. So it's kind of exciting, I think. The jurors are Todd Levine and who's with the State Department.
Hey, Paul, look at number 25.
Oh, this artist is all over the place. She's big, guys. Got a Whalen. You better buy that right away. Dale, that's a winner. That's so cool. Very abstract. What'd you do?
Who knew she had her, huh?
What'd you do? Lay down on the floor to do that one?
Yeah, I think so. I don't remember.
That's so cool. Well, I wish
Very
you
cool.
luck. By the way, guys, you can go and vote for her. She already got 10 votes. So there's going to be you can do, you have to donate. You have to pay $5, but it's worth it.
Oh, this is good.
Very good. So, super. So we'll see who else is there. Now you were able to title that yourself? Okay. Yeah. Okay. Let me see if anybody else is trying to get in. No. Let's see. So let me stop sharing that. So Kathy Smith, Coran Smith is actually teaching her landscape class again. Kathy, you want to talk a little bit about that?
Sure. We had to do a lot of adjustments to deal with COVID-19, but the protocols were put in place for participating at the Art League. That included sanitizing on your way in, sanitizing on your way out, sanitizing before and after using the bathroom or the sinks, and wearing masks all the time and keeping your distance as best as possible. And it's been working. I'm happy to say that I've had 6 participants, seven actually. And everybody was really happy to come back to something because it just, it was a return to some sort of normalcy. So I ran one 4-week session. We pared it down to 4 weeks because we don't know what's going to go on past 4 weeks. And I'm running another one in August. And I'm just really happy to say that there's a lot of support out there in our membership for these things. And they're really being really supportive of the Art League to participate too. So that's great.
That's fabulous.
I have something positive to add, Kathy. I
Uh-huh.
was in Big Y last Thursday, and I saw Mr. Zatola was doing a little grocery shopping. And so I went over and I said hi, and he hadn't remember. His wife knows me more than he does. And I said, you know, I understand you're enjoying your classes over at the Art League, because I was inviting him to the meeting tonight and chatting with him. And he says, he was so cute. He goes, oh, I so look forward to that class. That, you know, I love going to that place. And you know, he said, oh, you're on vacation, and he looks forward to getting back into it. And then I said, you know, come to our meeting, you know, you're a member and stuff. And he says, well, that's for other people. And I says, no, you're a member. That's for you. And he says, that's okay. I support you very well. I said, we appreciate it. He's so sweet.
That's great.
He's such a nice man.
He is.
Great.
Yeah.
Everybody's very happy with the tent. Joan, you're on now. You can actually talk into the iPad. Yeah. So how's everybody been holding out here?
Good.
Well,
This is where I hang out, in my backyard, building birdhouses.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
So, you know, we got the under the deck with the hammock swinging. So life is
All right.
good. Life is good.
Great.
Nice breeze, Joan. Yeah. So I'm also teaching some high school kids on a Zoom. It's like a Zoom art class, and it's fun. There's no I don't have to tell kids to sit down or sit, tell them they can go to the bathroom. I just do it's all content, so that's a good thing. Karen,
Yay.
tell us about the art museum.
I think we're on, hold on. Okay. People are coming back. As Kathy said, everybody's just really happy to have someplace to go. So, you know, it's timed entry, you know, where I think the maximum amount of people, they're watching the maximum amount of people in the museum. There's, you know, arrows on the floor like there are in grocery stores and stuff. And it's been great. The numbers are better than I thought under the circumstances. And I don't know, we're doing a lot of online content right now. We're trying to figure that out. And I'm not sure whether what's going to happen with the programming. I think there's some art happy hours coming up in August that are online. I think Jeff's arranged a musician, so it'll be kind of a Zoom thing. But I do want to encourage everybody to go into our e-museum link on the website, and you can create your own group of favorite paintings from the collection.
Ah.
Everything's on there. You get to name it your favorite group. And it's interesting to go through. It's very hard to choose. And as I said to somebody in collections, depends on the day, which are my favorite paintings. But, you know, a lot of fun. And it's a way to share the collection with people and things that maybe resonate with you and that other people aren't that familiar with. So I'd like to encourage everybody to go on and do that.
Thanks for telling us.
Jim, oh, go ahead, somebody.
No, never mind, that's okay.
We actually have a online gallery, don't we? Jim?
Yes.
And that's connected to a Google site? Well, anyways, we can forward that to everybody. Have them see
That would be great.
Yeah.
That'd be really great.
Well, I want to tell you, the lawn is, you could play pool on that lawn. That lawn is fabulous.
The lawn is beautiful.
The lawn is beautiful. So, you know, the tent's up, thanks to Joan, and things are coming along well. I talked to the electrician about putting in the rest of the track lights. It's coming along very well, Joan. We just talked to the electrician about putting in the track lights, and he's also, and then we're gonna get the hanging system. And I'm gonna call the, there's a company that does that HVAC, you know, AC and heat, so we get that thing going all year round. Joan is supporting us in that effort as well. So that should,
Yay, yay.
yeah. I believe that when we get around, like a lot of the galleries are opening back up, and I guess there's ways that, like the New Britain Museum uses, I think it's Eventbrite, to you can go in and put in your what do you call it? You sign up for a time slot. So
Yes.
we're looking into something like that for maybe down the road for seeing the barn show. Just some way that we can control attendance. We pulled off almost like a D-Day like success story with the photo show pickup. We had the cars go in a circle, and you can only get out of your car once you're there at the last spot. Run in, get your work, and come out in the next car. So it worked out very well. Well, that this is what we're dealing with these days. But hey, knock on plastic. We're not some of these other places. That's for sure.
Well, we just started up, Gallery on the Green started up with their first exhibit coming up. And we also drove by with our work in our trunks, and the crew at the gallery, you know, took the work inside, and the hanging committee, which are wonderful. There are two who've been doing it for years, and I can't know their names right now. So they agreed to hang the show, and the gallery will be open Friday, Saturday, and Sunday again from 1 to 5. And I will sit for Friday, August 16th. So I was very happy that we started, you know, got back into action, so to speak. Have missed it all so terribly much.
Thanks, Edith. By the way, have you guys seen my Zoom studio visit with Edith?
No.
Raise your hand if you've seen it. Okay, you've got to check it out. It's an Academy Award. It's going to the Cannes Festival. But her studio is fabulous. So I'll pass that on to anybody who would like to see it. And so I want to do more of these Zoom visits where people, I talk to people, they go around with their phone, they talk about their work, they show things around. There's a few people who are interested in doing that. So
And
it's cool.
I'm claiming Paul.
Pardon me?
I'm claiming Paul. I want to interview Paul. And his,
as soon as I get done with this gig and clean up my studio, I promise you I will call you. Very good. And I will wear pants.
Do that.
I will wear pants. So don't worry.
I think Sonia will make sure you do. No, it was wonderful. I want to thank you so much. I can't believe it happened right now. If you watch it as you see it go, just think of it as me watching it with you. That's how spontaneously that all went.
We did a few tries.
And I thank you, Paul, very much.
And I think if you guys are watching Bruce Ferraris, raise your hand.
Right.
Take off your hats. Take a bow.
Hey, Bruce.
He's busy. He's posting a lot of good work on Facebook. Let me tell you, Bruce, very happy with your stuff.
All right, thanks.
Keep it up. If you haven't seen it, then check it out. Down in the corner there is Pete on the street. Pete, flash your peace sign, Pete.
How you doing?
Good. He's my neighbor down the street here. Wonderful watercolorist. He's been in a few of the shows. And
Good to hear everybody.
Yeah. So thanks for
very nice to hear humans again.
and this has been brought to you by Mackie. Dennis, raise your hand.
Yay.
How you doing? How you doing, everybody?
Just had some kielbasa this
Good
morning.
to see everybody.
Yeah. Well, I'm just gabbing here. I think I've covered everything. If I haven't, board members, please let me know. We're probably running out of time soon.
Well, I have to announce that we do have a number of limited edition masks with the picture of our beautiful barn on them. They do have some earlobes, so if you're not worried about that, it's not just a traditional gator. We do have a couple left, so if you send us a nice donation, we can send you one of these back.
Fabulous.
Well, John, Vincent Van Gogh was asking if you got a special one for him.
Let me get some bleeds first.
Whoa, clear the air, clear the air. Anyways, well, that's nice, John. Thanks for doing that. Yeah, but so we're going to be moving forward. You know, keeping it up. Luckily, you know, we've got to a place where our heating bills are down. The envelope is pretty well taken care of. Thanks to people like Joan, we're able to move forward with more renovations. So when they get this going again, we're going to be like gangbusters, I'm sure. We got a lot of artists still lined up that want to show. And we'll have 3 galleries. The stables are actually 1,000 square feet more of space available for our purposes. So that's pretty cool.
Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yep. So, Joan, you want to say anything? So Joan and I, Joan has been walking every day. She's developing, and she's writing a cookbook, right, Joan? You're writing a cookbook? She's cooking a lot and coming up with some wonderful recipes. Her peanut butter is to die for. So, you know, so that's kind of cool. Yeah.
Well, Paul, if I could say, we had talked about during my last report, you know, explaining the change in the treasurer's position, right? I've been on the board as the treasurer for 5 or 6 years now, and last fall, Paul and I began, you know, getting into some significant discussions because the growth of the Art League and its maturity and its fundraising needs have gotten to a point where my financial skills, right, were, I felt, not sufficient to support the league as it would move forward. There are new tax implications. The grant applications are much more complex. And while we have a good tax accountant and a good bookkeeper, having somebody who really knew more about the accounting side of the business in nonprofits specifically would be a benefit if we could find that person. So Paul and I started a very quiet search last fall, and we were moving somewhere along. It's a difficult transition to move, you know, to get a new treasurer, but we were lucky to find Larry. I mean, the pandemic situation certainly put a damper on our ability to search, and then we came across Larry, and he expressed you know, strong interest in this, and of course he is a CPA who does, you know, different types of work, but this is not unfamiliar to him. So I think we found the right person to really serve the board in a capacity that will help it launch further and provide some skills that I don't provide, right? I think when a person gets to a point where they've reached the limit of the expertise that the board needs them, you need to relinquish that and get somebody who can. So that's what I've done. I've not gone anywhere. My love for the Art League remains strong. I will still be a committed volunteer, but I think Larry deserves to come on board and not have me sitting over his shoulder looking at what he's doing. He needs to come in and take over, much like I did, right? Change things and move them in a positive direction. So I think Larry is well suited. My discussions with him have been very positive, and he is just very anxious to get going and further his love for our organization. I think it's going to be a good thing to have Larry come on board in this role. So I thank everybody for what we've done, the volunteers, the donors, and everybody who just makes this an exciting place to be. So I look forward to when we can get back together again and have some shows. I really miss them. Just sitting behind the table and serving a cocktail and just seeing all the wonderful work. But we'll get there. And Larry, I believe, will be a great asset to the league moving forward.
Thanks, John.
Thank you, John.
Thank you, John.
Thank you for your explanation.
Yeah, thank you. No, Larry's no. Thank you John, for all that you've done. It's been great working with you in that respect. And I'm so glad you're staying with us and not being to be too far. It's very helpful.
Yes.
No, the treasurer is not on. I don't know why he didn't sign in. Yeah. So this is our first annual Zoom meeting. Hopefully,
Let's hope it's the last.
Yeah, take that annual out of there.
Yeah. Our first Zoom, the last Zoom.
It's something else. It takes a little by little, what we're getting to. At least nobody did anything. They didn't crash our site with some kind of porno or that kind of thing. I guess we're not. We're small time. Yeah.
No hackers.
Right. So,
good deal.
Yeah. Well, it looks like I'm fading out here. I'm going to end the meeting unless somebody else has something else to say.
Oh, I move to adjourn.
Okay, all in favor? Second?
Aye.
Aye.
Thanks, guys, for attending.
Good to see everybody.
Thank you.
Bye.
Have a good evening.
Bye.